What time is Kiran and the other guy?
I don't know. She was supposed to come at 5 o'clock. She hasn't
Okay.
where she's.
So let's begin. So, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I thought maybe today, I'd begin with when we started these YouTube and these meditation sessions online. One one was to help people overcome the stresses that life was going to bring, which we all witnessed during COVID and now. The other thing was to work to help people recognize that we are moving towards a new definition of what it means to be human. And this new definition of what it means to be human is not going to be based on your religion or your ethnicity or your race or any of that gender stuff or any of that stuff, but it's going to be on to do with what it means to be alive, because that's the defining thing that everyone can share. That's the thread that runs through the necklace of everyone living, right? So, this, what does it mean to be alive? So, you're seeing now all around you, and we've been telling you about this in the Sizzling Summers report, that this year everything's going to start sizzling, and you're starting to see everything is sizzling, right? You're seeing the stuff that's happening in the Middle East now. You're seeing stuff where other countries are getting involved. Um, and my anticipation is that all of this has to come to the surface. It has to get to the point where humanity turns it back on those who perpetuate mindless, endless violence against other human beings. And it's not going to be because God's going to come and tell us or some religion stuff. It's going to be the fact that you will be repulsed by these acts, which are now starting to become apparent. Will soon be seen not to be the victims, and those who cry that the aggressors or are being defined as the aggressors may be defined as something else. So this entire geopolitical space is moving. The world is not going to be the same. Just like we said before COVID, everything's going to be different and it's going to be the new norm. Well, the new norm is here, but it hasn't stopped. So this stuff is going on around us, and you are starting to witness it like everyone else is. Add to this mix will be another phenomenon, which I expect this summer. And this phenomenon will be to do with um, life which is off Earth, so you can call it extraterrestrial, you can call it what you want, but really life not just confined here. And that obviously sends shockwaves through some of the established religious institutions who believe they're the chosen ones, right? So these combination of factors are all coming together. And as they're coming together, the pressure on humanity, you, me, and everyone else, whether we are involved in it directly or indirectly, is starting to become a bit more apparent. Hence, your meditation, etc., not will it just help us through the process of this transition, but more importantly, it will begin to help you recognize and realize who and what you are. So let's just put this into context. Everything around you, every single thing around you right now, right down to the case here, right down to the little screws in the chairs, right down to the nail polish you may have on, has a purpose. Everything around you has a purpose. The frame holds the picture. The shirt keeps you warm. Everything has a purpose. The screw holds the thing together. The socket is where you put the wire in. Everything has a purpose. But yet we are devoid of purpose. Don't know what we're doing here. Don't know who you are. And don't know what the point of being alive is. Three fundamental things. This is going to become more and more and more apparent in our life experience, and hence people will seek wisdom, those who know. And this is where also you'll find all the false prophets popping up. So it's going to happen all over the place, but it's an amalgamation of stuff. Only you are your authority. Only you are your truth. Only you. Only you know what your truth is. No one else can tell you that. And I think this has got to be the starting point. There is no right way. The only way is in. That's the only way. The only way in. And in going within yourself, you will discover you were never separated from that which you're trying to connect to, whatever that may be, right? It's like the wave trying to connect to the ocean, not realizing that it is part and parcel of the ocean. So that worldview, that ontology, that way of thinking, where being, consciousness, and how you live your life reality are going to become the dominant factors over the next 3 to 5 years as the world goes through its crisis, and it's going to increase. So don't expect this stuff to just will go away. You'll just find that it's just because people are unable to hold an understanding which is more to do with their subjective experience. They're unable to hold themselves because they have been so conditioned to believe in certain ideologies that they're prepared to not just kill others for it, but to do harm to themselves. Just because of an idea, just because of an ideology, nothing more, nothing more, because some book told them. And this idea of the only path being this, that, and the other is if all religions proclaim love and peace, why are they killing each other? Because they're not religions. They're political dramas disguised as religions. And this is going to become more and more evident. And therefore, your meditation has got to be part and parcel of your health intervention moving forward, not to get involved and sucked into these kind of ideologies that can take you down a particular route. Let's go and bomb this, let's go and bomb them. Keep away from violence if you can, because it has implications, my friends. And the implications are so deep, are so deep, that you will not escape them once you get involved in the intentional harm of another. The intentional harm of another. Why? Because of an ideology, simple ideology. So these ego trips have got to a particular space now. So expectations are that as this stuff fuels a little bit more, it becomes a little bit more volatile, and some idiot is going to make a mistake sooner or later, which everyone else has to suffer. And it will be at that point we will realize enough is enough. Why? Because it's now affecting me. Up till now, it's only affecting them. But once something begins to circulate around the air, we may think, hold on a second, what the hell are these people doing? When it's affecting people thousands of miles away. So these change of events can be anticipated over the next 6 months, 12 months. But to ensure that while the world is going, and if you can look at any newspaper, watch your TV for 5 minutes, you will feel the impact of that language on your body immediately. Fear, scaremongering, creating the other, use of language to divide, religion baiting, race baiting, gender baiting, all of these things simply to fuel that division, simply to keep you in a state of distraught, distress, and fearful, so you don't see what's actually happening. So while all of this is going on, I was thinking this morning, what is it? How clear do we need to go into this? And I feel that it's come to a point now where, you know, you're going to call a spade a spade. You got to call things for what they are. And irrespective, and I know they switch me off every so often because I blabber on about these kind of things, but the reality is now that unless we are genuinely repulsed from these mindless acts of violence based on ideologies which have no basis in humanity, no basis, it's about time to turn the page. And we are moving now into this. So, to maintain your peace while all this is happening was going to be the purpose of our talks, right from the word go. Whether it was with COVID, when all the pressure was being applied and people were being put in some very difficult situations, or whether it is now. It is about ensuring how we navigate through these volatile energies that are now quite apparent around us and extremely unpredictable because everyone's working on an ego trip. My religion's better than yours. My bomb's better than yours. I can dig a bomb deeper into the earth than you can. It's just simple egocentric ego trips between, and generally, middle to old men completely out of touch with reality. Completely out of touch with reality. No regard for humanity. No regard at all. So this has to be differentiated. Have to call unjust what is unjust, unjust. That's all there is to it. It isn't about right and wrong. What is unjust. Why? Because you need to know where you stand. And it's not about standing with anyone. It is standing with your truth. And that's really where the internal space allows us to then cultivate this trust and this truth within ourselves. Over and above, keep your mind calm as well while all this is going volatile. Right? So purpose of life is being redefined. And in this redefinition, we are starting to now realize that maybe there may be other ways of living. So embrace it. Start thinking how you do want to live. What kind of lifestyle would you like to have? And through this, our thoughts create our realities. And if our thoughts are all focused on war and destruction, then this is what we will have. But if we can move our focus on internal health, well being, peace, harmony, collective humanity, then this is the pathway we will have. It all now depends on where we are rather than where the world is. Yeah. Okay, I think I've rambled on enough. Go for my regular meditation now. So, as usual, we begin with our posture and just change your posture. Pull your back up, straighten it, pull your shoulders back, and tuck your chin in. Tuck your chin in. And as you draw your breath in, just bring your focus to your posture as best as you can. And just take a quick snapshot of where you are within yourself. And by this, I mean how your body feels at the moment. Let's begin there. And if there's any pains or any tightness or itch, and to help you do this, just imagine a hula hoop above your head and allow this hoop to come down. All the way down. And then notice if there's anything in the body that draws your focus. So this could be a pain, a tightness, an itch, an ache. And if you spot anything, notice where it is. No need to change it, no dialogue, no judgment. On your next breath in, bring your focus to your inner space. And here, really, what we're looking for is how we are feeling within ourselves. Does your heart, your chest area feel open, or does it feel contracted and closed? And now you're going to set your intention. And your intention is simply to be present to what's going on with you. And to help you do this, let's begin with our eyes. So bring your focus towards your eyes and begin to notice what you have awareness of. Darkness, back of your eyelids, colors, thoughts. What's in your field of awareness? Your focus is directly at your eyes. Next, you can bring your focus now towards your ears. And you can open yourself to all the sounds around you. What is it that you can hear right now? You don't need to name it. You don't need to identify it. But what is in the field of your auditory space? Notice that silence that's outside is also within you. And then gently bringing your focus beneath your nose. And as you breathe in, begin to notice if there's an aroma around you, a fragrance. Stay with your breath. And then gently moving your focus within your mouth. And notice if there's a taste. And if there's no taste, that too is a taste. It's a taste of no taste. And now gently bring your focus to the seat you're on. And you're going to notice the sensations where the seat makes contact with your body. From those sensations, you gently move your focus up towards your hips. Down your thighs towards your knees. And then from your knees, you move down towards your ankles. Noticing your feet. And then resting your focus on the soles of your feet. Next breath in, bring your focus back to the seat you're on. And this time I want you to see and notice how well you're held in place. The ground holds you. The space holds you. And then now bringing your focus from your lower back gently up to the middle back. From your middle back, moving to the shoulder blades. Again, all you're doing is just noticing the sensations, sensing this part of the body. You don't need to change anything, just becoming aware. Moving to your shoulders. And then from your shoulders, allow this awareness to move down to your elbows. From your elbows to your wrists. And then moving to the palms of your hands. Fingers on your hands. Next breath in, bringing your focus now towards your eyes. And again, just becoming aware of awareness itself. And then as you breathe out, you allow your eyes to soften. And as the breath moves in, you bring your focus towards your lips. Scanning your upper lip, lower lip, and then gently moving your focus within your mouth. Notice the sensations on the roof of your mouth. Inside cheeks, Notice your tongue. Allow it to soften. Notice your jaw. Allow your jaw to soften. And on your next breath out, you allow your face to soften. Next breath in, bringing your focus back to your whole self as best as you can. Once again, noticing anything in the body that draws your focus. And now gently bringing your focus beneath your nose and begin to watch your breath. Allowing your breath to breathe by itself. Notice the in-breath moving in, the out-breath moving out. Notice your in-breath has a start and an end. Your out-breath has a start and an end. Allow the breath to breathe by itself. Holding your focus with a little bit of effort beneath your nose, allowing the breath to breathe by itself. On your next breath in, bring your focus towards your chest. And begin to notice the movement of your chest in rhythm with your breath. Now gently bringing your focus a bit deeper into yourself. And as you bring your focus deeper into yourself, notice how you're feeling at the moment right now. Moving your awareness to right where your heart is. Simply holding your focus there, waiting. Now waiting to notice how you're actually feeling right this moment. Holding your focus as best as you can, deep within yourself. Do you feel settled? Do you feel unsettled? Does this moment feel peaceful or do you feel agitated? Simply observing what's going on with it. Now, on your next breath out, you're going to move your focus, open your focus to all the sounds around you. Once again, just simply begin to listen, allowing any sound to come to you. Don't need to look for it. Just the act of listening allows the mind to be silent. Gently bring your focus beneath your nose, sitting with your breath in silence. Notice your experience. If it feels peaceful, focus on the peace. If it feels calm, focus on the calmness. Remember that this state of being that you experience is you. Peaceful, silent, safe, strong. Now gently as you breathe out, expanding your focus to include your whole body once again. And again, take a moment to notice how the body feels. Any discomfort? Now slowly to bring our focus back into the body, bring your focus to the seat you're on. Notice the sensations where the chair makes contact with you. Using those sensations as an anchor, bring our focus up to our hips. Gently move down our thighs towards our knees, taking our time, allowing this awareness to gently embody itself within the body. From the knees, moving down towards your ankles, noticing your feet, and then the soles of your feet. Bringing your focus back to the seat you're on. Notice your back is straight, upright, shoulders, arms, hands comfortable. Your eyes are still closed, your mouth is still closed, and your face is relaxed. Bringing your focus beneath your nose again. And now, as the breath moves in, we can sense our body. As the breath moves out, we can sense our body. Breathing in, I feel calm. Breathing out, I feel calm. Notice when we look within, all labels disappear. The only thing that's present is the experience. Pleasant, peaceful, present to all that's happening right now. Breathing in, you feel peaceful. Breathing out, you feel peaceful. Taking full account of your experience as best as you can. Notice how all definitions disappear when we look within. In a few moments, you will hear the sound of another bell. Use this bell to draw some slow, deep breaths in, and in your own good time, gently open your eyes.